from 1957. Paul Anka and Diana, as we look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era. And this is one of the most popular girls that we're digging up right now. For the Everly Brothers.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up.
It's time to wake up from 57.
Wake up, little Susie, wake up.
Popular little lady from 1957.
Make my wish come true.
That, in fact, was one of the biggest hits of the rock era. #1 for 5 weeks back in 1959. Frankie Avalon, Venus, as we look at some very popular ladies over the years. The Everly Brothers wrote about quite a few ladies. We had one earlier. They also wrote about Lucille. And this was the other biggie. Back in 1960 for the Everly Brothers. Don and Phil Everly, Kathy's Clown.
That's Kathy's Clown.
From 1960, Everly Brothers, and that's Kathy's Clown. You know, I said earlier, a lot of Susies were recorded over the years. There was Sue, Susie, Susie Darling, which we played just now. And here's another Sue for you, Run Around Sue.
Here's my story, it's sad but true. Don't you know?
Oh, it's about time someone revived that one. Recently included as part of the soundtrack for a film called The Wanderers. That was Dion DiMucci. In fact, back in 1961, that was #1 for Dion and the gang. Run Around Sue. By the time it's 17.5 minutes after 2 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon as we continue with our oldies. Looking at some of the most popular girls of a rock era this Wednesday. Mike Souza in the chair, by the way, through until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
Sweet little Sheila, you'll know her if you see her.
Yeah, this little girl is fine.
Sweet Little Sheila. Nice song. That one brings back the good memories of 62. Tommy Rowe with a time at 20 minutes after 2 o'clock. How about this? Singing about Oh Carol. This is Neil Sedaka as we look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era.
Oh, Carol, I'm so in love with you.
Neil Sedaka and Oh Carol. And from 1962, these are the Four Seasons. The lady they're singing about is one called Sherry. Perennial favorites. Four Seasons had loads of #1s, and Sherry's one of them. Back in 1962, and a year later, this was #1 for Paul and Paula.
Hey, hey, Paula, I wanna marry you.
Paul and Paula from 1963, a #1 single, and Hey Paula. As we take a look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era in this hour on a Wednesday afternoon with Mike Souza, Everly Brothers. Well, this lady has been recorded quite a few times over the years. Kenny Rogers did it. The Rockestra theme was also called Lucille. And now this is the original recording of the song from Don and Phil Everly, the Everly Brothers, Lucille. Lucille, the Everly Brothers. We'll continue with a look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era following our 2:30 news, which comes your way next. Going back to late 1967, early 68. And one of the most popular girls of a rock era there. These guys with glasses. Also, this lady. No first name, just Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel. The film The Graduate, lady who had no first name but an infamous last name, Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel from 1968. And as we get into the 70s, the ladies get a lot tougher, because that's when rock really hit its peak. This one from Derek and the Dominoes was almost the #1. Here's Layla.
What do you do when you get lonely?
Derek and the Dominoes with Eric Clapton and Layla from 1970. And as we move into 1971, this was one of the big 3 singles of the year and one of my all-time favorite Rod Stewart songs, singing about his lady, Maggie May.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face.
Probably his biggest hit to date, Rod Stewart and Maggie May from 1971. And back in 72, as we look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era, and this hour of oldies this Wednesday afternoon, two hit that made it for a lady called Claire. This is Gilbert O'Sullivan. Gilbert O'Sullivan from 1972, and Claire, as we take a look at some of the most popular girls of a rock era in this hour of oldies here on 1044. Oh, Claire. Gilbert O'Sullivan. Be interesting to find out exactly what he's doing these days, huh? Also, going back a few years.
Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on?
To 73.
Could it be a faded rose from days gone by?
Helen Reddy and Delta Dawn.
And did I hear you say he wasn't meeting you here today?
That made a young lady called Dawn very popular. Helen Reddy and a #1 song from 73, Delta Dawn.